Previously on Nightfall.
Okay, Sentinels, gather up!
Holding long. Your 10. Your lights on. Your lights on.
Still go.
I'm going right if you watch left. Right? Night fights were intense. Sun's coming up. Time to solidify the win.
Here we go again.
What's up guys, Kip here. It's 6 a.m. and we're in the final hour of the game. Karma and I are going to hit the field and see what work needs to be done. Honestly, there wasn't much to do. Tan had a gigantic lead over Green. At this moment, I've been up for 17 of the 18 hours. I'm going to let you guys watch the final moments of the game, while I talk briefly on my experience and share my thoughts on my first Nightfall and first Milsim in general. I would rate my first Milsim experience an 8 out of 10. If you're thinking of doing your very first Milsim, understand it's not like open play at your local Airsoft field. Non-stop firefights, it is not. There were many times where I would be standing around doing nothing. Yes, technically holding a location or guarding a flag on alert, but essentially standing behind cover and doing nothing, sometimes up to an hour. Nightfall being mainly a capture the flag point-driven scoring system, your squad may be tasked with guarding one of the flags on one end of the field while the main fight is happening all the way at the other end of the field. I do appreciate that there is a job that needs to be done, and it may not always be glamorous, but someone has to do it in order to win. So just a heads up for first-time Milsimers, you won't always be at the front lines battling countless enemy players. Filling the role as Team Medic. First Milsim, first time playing the field, I requested to be a medic. I thought it would be best if I stuck closer to the back and provided support when needed. If you're a medic, that will be the case. If your squad is wise, medics shouldn't be on point. If your medics go down, your squad has to RTB. They should be staying near the rear. I still found myself quite busy as a medic. Always an extra task. Revive this guy, revive that guy. You will get to run around a lot. I also think it makes for some great extra footage. Also, you'll be taken care of a little bit better. If you and 3 riflemen go down, guess who'll be revived first? The medic. That's always a bonus. I saw some guys standing around with dead rags on their head for almost an hour. Your squad, and even other friendly squads, will make an effort to pick you up. As for the cons of being a medic, you may not see as much action as everyone else. I personally found myself playing a lot more conservative because I didn't want to get hit and be the reason why my entire squad RTB'd. Now, if I was just a rifleman, I can think of a few instances where I would have made a more risky play, but that's just the way I normally like to play. But not when there are 10 other guys depending on me to stay alive to keep them alive. As a first-time Milsimer, and especially if it's your first time on a certain field, you may not know what's going on logistically. That's what it was like for me. Where's the enemy spawn? Where should I be covering? Where can they even come from? Is another squad covering our right flank? Now that I know the field and where things are situated, I definitely would have suggested some other squad maneuvers earlier on in the game. Like at the start of the game, now knowing Green's spawn was all the way across the map, guys, there's no way Green could be in that left field. Instead of taking cover on the road, let's just sprint by the Op 4 and 3-story, get out of their effective range, and set up an ambush for Green. If you haven't been on a field before, you can gather info from a teammate who has been, maybe see a map, some aerial footage, watch videos of other airsofters who have been to that field, and start to paint a picture. But it will still all come down to how well your team communicates, plans, and strategizes. As for gear I brought, I'll be doing a separate video on what I take to Milsims, but as a short-ish summary, food-wise, that was fine. I didn't do any large meals or anything, it's only 18 hours. I took candy, granola bars, and my secret Milsim snack. You'll have to check out my upcoming video on Milsim gear to find out what that is. Drink-wise, I had quite a lot. 2 cases of water, a case of Gatorade, a case of Red Bull. I drank so much, I've never had to pee so much in my entire life. But it's better to be on the surplus side when it comes to hydration. Lots of players on both sides were dropping out due to things like headaches, heat stroke, dehydration, and fatigue. Ammo, I had 7 mid-caps on me, and that was plenty. Potentially as a medic, you will shoot less, but nonetheless, you go back to base often enough, you can always reload there. In my pack, I had 7 reserve mags, but never had to take them out on the field. Frag grenades, you could pretty much only use them indoors, and because we didn't spend very much time indoors, I used very few. Smoke grenades, used many. Rain gear, I had it back at CP just in case, but weather was great, never had to pull it out. Just check the forecast ahead of time. If it says sunny, chances are you can leave it at your CP or even in your car. If raining or a chance of rain, have it close by. As for extra clothes, I didn't have to change once throughout the entire game. This event was in July, so I didn't need any extra or warmer layers for nighttime. As for batteries, I had 4 LiPo batteries for my M4. Went through all of them, switched them out every 4-ish hours just in case. 8 batteries between my 2 GoPros, went through all those as well. I always plugged in the dead ones into an external battery pack to reuse them. Holy, staying on top of batteries at a Milsim and resetting kit back at spawn was a fight all on its own.
Squad, you got 10 minutes to rearm and regroup before we head out again.
Okay, charge X-Fog, wipe down goggles, hydrate, eat, refill all mags, top off grenades, reset equipment, check GoPro batteries, switch out dying ones, charge dead ones, switch out AEG battery, sit down to rest.
Time to get back out there.
At least from my experience, quick reload and reset breaks back at your CP were not restful. But personally, I kind of enjoy it. You gotta have a system and be on top of all your stuff. You don't want to be the guy holding back your squad from getting back on the field. All in all, I had a great time. I wish I was back there already. Such a great experience, and I'm so glad I could capture it all and share it with you guys. If you enjoyed this series, please drop a like and subscribe. Stay tuned for my Milsim gear video coming out soon, and for my next Milsim series, Daybreak, at a brand new 200-acre field, The Compound. As always, I'm Kip, over and out.